Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the channel. Now I have got COVID and I've not been feeling well at all recently, and I know it's been a really long time, so I thought I'd come back with a newer series. I'm going to be reviewing every pay-per-view, or at least I'm going to try and review every pay-per-view. But sometimes I can't watch them because I'm from the UK and it's at like 1 AM in the night. Last night though was the first time I actually was able to watch a pay-per-view full, with some buffering issues and, well, quite a few issues actually. It cut off quite a few times. But I managed to watch most of the show. And overall, it was decent. Some of the decisions were very good. Some of the decisions were questionable. But yeah. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about the matches. Then I'm going to give the match a rating out of 10. And that could be for like, it could go up because of a moment, or it could go down because of a moment. And then also, I'm going to be giving my whole overall rating of the show. Now, I am a bit tired because I was up all night watching Money in the Bank. But it was mostly worth it. And obviously I'm not feeling well because of COVID. But we're going to try and get through this. It's good to be back. And yes, I might do some Raws if there's big moments that happen. But mainly pay-per-views, as if, hopefully. I'd definitely be able to do Clash of the Castle pay-per-view because obviously it's in my country. So hopefully it won't be that long till my next review. But we'll see. Now it's not going to be in order because I've just made like a folder, got the images, and just going to talk about everything really. So as you can see, this first image is of course Liv Morgan. Number one, what a night for Liv Morgan. What a moment for Liv Morgan. I know people get quite annoyed at the fact that the women just don't like be patient with their cash in. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't see this one coming. When Carmella attacked Bianca Belair, I thought, okay, so Liv's going to come out and cash in on Bianca. It didn't happen. And then I was like, okay, so it's not happening. I only started to believe it was happening when Natalya had really injured Ronda's knee. And when Liv's music hit, oh my days. Yes, it was like 2 AM, but I was still absolutely crazy, so excited. But also there was some nerves. Because my gosh, Ronda nearly gave me a heart attack. She put her in the ankle lock and I was like, oh, is Liv actually going to tap out? Luckily, Liv did not tap out. Liv reversed it into a roll up. 1, 2, 3. The new SmackDown Women's Champion is Liv Morgan. Now, I had got a reaction for it, but it did get blocked because of copyright. Because, yes, I had some footage. Because, yeah. It was just a crazy moment. And I'm so happy for Liv. I was so happy that she won the Money in the Bank. And again, when she had the interview and said, oh, maybe wait till WrestleMania, I was like, okay. So we are going to have a long one. Nope. She shocked me. Went in, cashed in on Ronda Rousey. Ronda gave her the title, gave her a hug. I don't know what's next for Ronda though. Maybe Ronda Rousey is injured actually, and maybe she's going to Raw. Who will be Liv Morgan's first opponent? In my opinion, her first opponent has got to be Rhea Ripley or a returning Bayley. Maybe even Naomi or Sasha if they turn up again. Ronda will probably get a rematch, and I do worry about that because they're so high on Ronda Rousey. Will Liv hold the title for a long time? I'm not sure. Overall, though, that was the moment of the night. Would I call it a match? I'm not sure I'd call it a match. So I can't really give that a match rating. But what a moment. The next moment was Austin Theory won Money in the Bank. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm okay with Austin Theory, but... And we'll go into this one a bit more in detail and later. But why when you've got Riddle, Drew, Seth, even Madcap Moss, would you go Austin Theory? I mean, it's a bit weird how they've picked him, and I feel like it was very forced. I'm happy for the guy, I really am. Like, he will be a big star. I mean, I think he is already a big star, but it was too rushed, I think, that. Theory just comes in last minute and wins the briefcase. It's almost the equivalent of in 2019 where Ali was on just about to unhook it and then Brock comes in. But that one was at least right at the end of the match. This one was before. Adam Pearce just comes up and says, yeah, Theory, you're in. They better explain that Vince did this, because the 8th person should have been, I don't know, Kevin Owens, Ricochet, John Cena, who I, for some very stupid reason, thought would come in and screw Theory. I would have loved that. I feel like it would have been Bobby Lashley if Lashley hadn't won earlier on. But they brought Theory in, and Theory wins. Riddle was there, and I thought, okay, Riddle's done it. Riddle or Seth were my picks, not Austin Theory. Who picked Austin Theory? I'm happy for the guy, but in my opinion, I don't think he should cash in for a long time. Don't cash in on Roman, because Cody Rhodes even said he'd be the first to congratulate Seth. You could have done the story with Cody going back to Seth. But we haven't. So, yeah, Austin Theory wins Money in the Bank. A great match between the Usos and the Street Profits. A controversial ending, but I liked how it ended. This match was amazing. Sadly, some bits I couldn't see because it kept cutting, which was very frustrating. But the double blockbuster was amazing. Just double super kick, which Montez kicked out of. The frog splash, which Jimmy just saved Jay from. That height on that as well. And, of course, Montez and Dawkins both went for over the rope moves. That was brilliant. Like, Montez, I know he does it a lot, but Dawkins, wow. Dawkins also, I've got to say, in that match, he shined. Usually, I talk about how good Montez Ford is. But my gosh, the chemistry between these two teams was amazing. But Dawkins, for me, was the standout in that match. He literally turned the match around halfway through, and he made me believe the Street Profits were going to win. And my gosh, they were so close. Now, I am actually a fan of the controversial ending because it gives us another chance to see this match at SummerSlam, where I hope the Street Profits take the titles. Where I hope Roman Reigns loses his title. I hope the Bloodline go into SummerSlam with all the gold, walk out with none. Because we need new champions, and the Street Profits showed last night that they deserve it. They were incredible. Amazing match. And this match gets an 8 out of 10. I absolutely loved this match. Sure, there was the small botches in it, but there was botches in literally every match. But this was great. Favourite tag team match of this year, definitely. I absolutely loved it. And fair play to the Usos, they picked up the win. But Street Profits, they're coming for them again. Now we're going to talk about Natalya versus Ronda Rousey. Now I've got to say Natalya's gear was stunning. It reminded me a bit of a Charlotte Flair gear a couple years ago. I think it was at a WrestleMania. Maybe WrestleMania 33, I think. Natalya, in my opinion, actually carried the match. Now, I didn't see all of this because it really cut out during this match. I only just got to see the cash-in. So, I can't really talk much about this match. It was, from what I saw, it was alright. That bump with Natalya hitting the ring post, that looked pretty painful. This story with Ronda's knee, I mean, it worked in the end. Did I ever think Natalya was going to win? I've got to be honest, no. If Natalya had won, I would have quit YouTube. Not in disrespecting Natalia, it's just I never saw it coming. But then again, I never saw Liv coming and cashing in on Ronda Rousey, so... Yeah, it was... From what I saw, it was a decent match. What I can give it is a 6 out of 10. I don't really know. I might have to rewatch that match, and... I might get slated in the comments for being a bad rating. But... Look, Ronda's reign is over. Did I like Ronda's reign? You see, it was a bit short because she won at WrestleMania Backlash and then she retained against Raquel Rodriguez on a SmackDown. I think she faced Shotzi. I don't know if that was for the title. I think it might have been for the title. If it wasn't, then Ronda has had a pretty poor reign. She retained one time because she didn't feature at Hell in a Cell, did she? Ronda wasn't at Hell in a Cell. I don't think. I don't think Ronda was Hell in a Cell. So that means Ronda Rousey has barely done anything. She hasn't really elevated this title. I mean, maybe she may have elevated it a bit. I might be being a bit rude there. But, look, I think Ronda needs to go away. Not as in leave again. Maybe go to Raw and turn heel and face Bianca. If they can't do Rhea Ripley versus Bianca, do Rhea versus Liv and SmackDown Women's title. Ronda versus Bianca Raw Women's title. I might be completely stupid there. Or do Ronda versus Becky. I don't know. SummerSlam has got a lot of questions. Do I think Ronda's going to just come back and win the title for Liv? Sadly, yes, because of how high they think of Ronda Rousey. Although Liv Morgan is now only the third person to pin Ronda Rousey. Becky Lynch has done it, Charlotte Flair has done it, and now Liv Morgan's done it. It's quite crazy, that. But yeah, overall match, 6 out of 10. Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley for United States Championship. I don't know. I liked it. Did I like the ending? By submission, Bobby winning. Yeah, it was alright. I actually don't really know what happened really at the end because it cut and then just said Lashley by submission. I was like, oh, okay. And I couldn't rewind for a bit, so... But apart from that bit, which is the only bit I didn't get to see, the match, in my opinion, was pretty good. Theory was dominating Lashley with that chokehold. Oh, that did bore me a bit, actually. Kept taking him down onto the floor. Corey Graves literally sucking up to Theory was a bit frustrating, but Corey Graves is a heel, so yeah. But I didn't expect Theory to lose. And still, when with the Royal Rumble, when Brock lost the title, I thought, okay, he's entering the Rumble. I didn't think Theory was going to enter Money in the Bank. Austin Theory, though, with Vince McMahon, he's going to get everything he wants, and he probably will beat Roman Reigns. He probably will cash in and win, and I think it'll be SummerSlam. I don't think people are going to have these briefcases for that long, because Liv's already given hers away. But yeah, Theory losing. I'm not quite sure who Lashley's going to face for the US title. I mean, what you got? MVP, Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor again, Damian Priest, Chad Gable maybe, Kevin Owens. Maybe a Bobby Lashley and Chad Gable feud. I mean, they kind of already started that with Theory. Will Theory get a rematch and cash in and win the United States title? That'd be a bit stupid, but you never know. Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley. I don't know where Rey Mysterio and Dominic have been, but I would have rather had Rey in the match than Theory for the Money in the Bank. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, overall, Bobby Lashley winning, I am okay with that. I just would like to see why they've done this instead of Lashley going after Roman. But if Roman's on vacation, I guess they can't do anything about it. Will Roman lose to Brock? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a predictions video for SummerSlam. But Bobby Lashley winning, I'm okay with it. I'm going to give this match a 7 out of 10. Carmella versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title. I don't want to be mean, but they really rushed this match. And the build-up was just... I know the fact that Rhea Ripley couldn't appear, which is fine. Look, I understand that, but... maybe they should just have not given Bianca a match at Money in the Bank. Maybe Bianca could have just been stuck in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Could have just like be a swerve. Maybe she'd become a double champion. You could have done that instead of them just rushing a match between Bianca and Carmella. Because I gotta be honest, if they spent time on this match, I think it could have been quite good. However, it just wasn't there for me. I like the attires from both Carmella and Bianca. Carmella taking a palm tree though. You might want to give that back. It was a bit rushed, and I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of it at all. And I don't like seeing that about Bianca Belair's matches, and I think Carmella's really improved. But this being not her first match back, because she obviously won that Fatal 5-Way, but she barely did anything in that. She just took her time, patient, and just kicked Liv Morgan in the face and won. It was okay, but I don't know. I'm actually going to have to give this a 5 out of 10. I really was disappointed by this match. And then at the end when Carmella attacked Bianca Belair, why? What was that for? Are we seeing it again at SummerSlam? I want to see Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. But then I also want to see Liv versus Rhea Ripley. I want to see Bianca Ronda. I do want to see Bianca Becky again. 1-on-1 again. I want to see Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Bianca Naomi. Bianca versus Bayley. Yeah, Bayley. Bianca versus Charlotte. Maybe even Bianca Shayna. Bring back the old Shayna. So this match for me wasn't it. 5 out of 10. Bianca's reign continues. Who do I think Bianca's going to lose the title to? It's got to be Rhea Ripley or Becky. Or Charlotte. We'll see though. Now we can talk about the women's Money in the Bank. Now we're just going to go through the start off of the people in it. So we had Raquel Rodriguez. Now Raquel did obviously her big spots. Strong woman. All that stuff. I actually was very impressed by Raquel in this match. I think she proved me wrong again. Or right. Proved me wrong or right. She was very good. I don't know what I'm talking about. I seriously don't feel well at all. But Raquel Rodriguez, at some points I thought maybe they're going to make her win. But they didn't make her win. But she's a star. Maybe she's going to be the first one to come after Liv Morgan. If it's going to be a SmackDown Women's wrestler, it's got to be Raquel, Shotzi, or even Lacey. I think is Lacey SmackDown? She keeps changing every flipping week. Alexa Bliss. I didn't see her do much, to be honest. At some points the match did cut out, which was annoying, but I barely saw Alexa Bliss do anything. So I can't really comment on Alexa Bliss. I think she's an amazing wrestler. I don't know what they're going to do. Get her new gear, though. Gotta be honest, I think Alexa Liv maybe for the title. Maybe that's Liv's feud. But apart from that, I don't really know what Alexa's going to do. Well, I've already talked about Liv Morgan, but I just want to say again, what a night for Liv Morgan. What a performance. And she thoroughly deserved it. Now, I was rooting for Liv, Alexa, or Becky Lynch. Lacey Evans, and she was very slow. Like, I know they got to climb up the ladder slow, so you don't want them to win, but she was really slow. Like, really, really slow. And then at one point when she was right at the top, she just needed to unhook it, but she didn't. She took forever. I think Lacey, though, it has improved since I last saw her. I mean, that spot with Liv Morgan powerbombing her off the ladder, that was pretty good. So, yeah. Asuka. Another person I didn't see much of in this match. Yes, she started off in the match quite
a lot. With her fighting Becky, which was quite cool. And then the weird thing with Raquel and Asuka, I mean, that was a bit odd. I don't know if there was a botch there, Raquel, but some fans actually booed that point, so I'm not sure. Shotzi Blackheart. I don't want to be mean here. I know she got absolutely, well, very injured when her head fell onto the top on a ladder. Because Becky moved out of the way and Shotzi's head hit the ladder and she started bleeding. But even before that, Shotzi was botching a lot. Disappointed by Shotzi, I can't be honest. I thought she'd be absolutely crazy, a maniac in this match because of her NXT ladder matches back in a couple of years ago. But, oh, God, disappointment for Shotzi. I didn't really want her to win in the end because she just messed up so many times. I know it's very difficult. I'm not just going to single her out because a lot of people on this show today made a lot of mistakes. But Shotzi made just so many. And she made a lot on the SmackDown. She was very slow on the SmackDown as well. So, look, I apologise, Shotzi, but it was a disappointing performance from you. Becky Lynch, wow. Gotta say, first of all, the attire was amazing. Like, I loved Becky's attire. But what was shocking me was the fact she barely went up to tease us with the briefcase. Right at the end of it came down to her and Liv Morgan. By the way, that Becky spot when she jumped off the ladder onto Asuka, it did look pretty brutal. I thought she was going to do a leg drop though to Asuka, but that may have really could have hurt Becky a lot if that had connected. The ending though, Liv Morgan and Becky. Becky was there, Liv got there. Becky pushed her off, but Liv managed to stay on the ladder using her foot on the rope. Now, if she'd botched that, I think Becky would have just been winning. Becky would have won, I'm pretty sure. But Liv managed to bounce back, kicked Becky off, and picked up the briefcase. And I was just shocked because I was like, wow, Liv actually did it. Great performance from Liv Morgan again. The night was amazing for Liv Morgan. And I could just do a whole video just talking about Liv Morgan. But we got to go through all these women. Congratulations to Liv Morgan. The men's Money in the Bank match. Drew McIntyre, Seth Freakin' Rollins, Omos, Madcap Moss, Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Riddle, and Austin Theory. Now again, I don't know why we added in Austin Theory at the end. Yes. Well, not at the end, before the match. 8 people using the Money Bank for the men. I thought it'd be someone big returning. Maybe even Ezekiel for crying out loud. But no. It was Austin Theory. Didn't think at that point he was going to win though. My money was still on Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn or Riddle or Drew. I didn't know. Also, the match rating for the Women's Money in the Bank. I'm going to give that match a 7 out of 10. Completely forgot about that one. This match was alright. There was some good spots, good moments. I will need to rewatch this match because my internet literally cut out halfway through it. So I got to see the first half and the end of it. So I will need to watch this match again. I can't comment too much on it. I wanted Riddle to win. The floating bro off the top of the ladder was crazy. I loved that moment. But when they trapped Omos as well under the ladders, that was obviously going to happen. And Omos came back in and it was, yeah. Drew, why can't they just let him win? Last year, Jinder Mahal's men took him off the ladder. This year, it was flipping Butch. Pat McAfee also swore. That was quite funny actually when Butch came up and Pat McAfee just swore. I was swearing because that was the same thing they did last year. Seth, great performance. I thought Seth could have won. Sami Zayn winning would have been quite funny actually, but Austin Theory wins. I'm alright with it if they don't mess him up, if they don't push him too quickly. But this does feel like a Roman Reigns push. It's a very forced Roman Reigns push, and I think people were going to get very, very bored of him. And he's just going to be like Roman Reigns, but he's a heel. So I guess that works at the moment. Whereas with Roman Reigns, he was a face and everyone didn't like him getting that push. But people still don't like Fury getting this push. I don't know. Honestly, I would have had Seth Rollins or Riddle win. Riddle was there. I thought he was going to unhook it. I was going to be so happy, but then Fury came up and just, yeah. This match gets another 8 out of 10. No, 7.5 out of 10. I will need to rewatch though. But overall, that was my ratings for Money in the Bank. Talking about it, talk about the big moments. Now leading up to Raw, we know that Logan Paul, I believe, is going to be on the Raw. What's next for Theory? What's next for Liv Morgan? Will Liv be on Raw? I don't think Liv will be on Raw. She'll probably be on SmackDown because she's SmackDown Women's Champion. She'd only be on Raw if she was still holding the briefcase. But she's not, so we'll see. What's next with Becky Lynch? Who knows? What's next with Carmella? Bianca Belair? Is someone going to challenge Bianca? Will we see Bayley? And also, just a quick one. That little vignette, that was Edge in my opinion. It was all... people saying it's Bray Wyatt. No, it's Edge. There was gold medals for Kurt Angle. There was a cross for Christian. Candles. Yeah, it looked like Edge. If it's Bray Wyatt, I mean, I would be very, very happy. But it's Edge. The first thing I thought was definitely Edge. Because what does Bray Wyatt have to do with Kurt Angle's gold medals? It's definitely Edge. If Edge is returning with someone else, though, and it's Bray Wyatt, that would be crazy. That'd be awesome. SummerSlam would be amazing. But it's Edge. How long he's going to take for Edge to return, I'm not quite sure. If it's on Raw, that'd be crazy. I don't think it's going to be on Raw. You never know, though. It could be Bray Wyatt. Apparently, Kurt Angle was in the Firefly Funhouse. I mean, a picture of him. But I think it's definitely Edge. You could see from the hand it was Edge. The whole church things reminds me of Edge. The cross for Christian. So, but then again, Christian, really? Would they do that? Considering he's in AEW? I didn't know WWE would talk about an AEW wrestler or even reference him. We shall see. Let's just say we shall see. I'm not quite sure. But I'm 95% sure it's Edge. I'm excited to see where he's going with his character. I thought he was going full face. Maybe it could be Bray Wyatt. Who knows? But my theory is Edge, definitely. But yeah, that was my first pay-per-view review. Now, again, as I said, I don't know if I'll be able to do many of these because in the UK, the pay-per-views are at 1 AM. So the ones I can hopefully do will be Crown Jewel. And I'll be able to do Clash at the Castle. Because those are usual reasonable times in this country. Especially Clash at the Castle. But yeah, thank you all for watching. It's great to be back. I still hope to be doing more videos. But I appreciate you all putting up with me for this long video. And yeah. Overall Money in the Bank rating. 7 out of 10. It's a solid score. Great moments, and of course, Liv Morgan becoming SmackDown Women's Champion. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.